Have you ever had that moment, standing here in the quiet of the morning, looking at the person in the mirror, not just to check for a stray hair, but to really see them, to see the roadmap of life etched around the eyes, the silver in the hair that speaks of seasons past, and in that quiet gaze, a question arises, not in words, but in feeling. What comes next? And how will it be lived? We hear so much about the science of living longer, but today, let's talk about something deeper. Not just the years in your life, but the life in your years. Let's explore the 7 quiet, soulful signs that point not just to longevity, but to a life that will truly flourish. The first sign is what I call the rhythm of purposeful movement. This isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about the simple, profound joy of inhabiting your body. It's the feeling of your hands in the garden soil, the steady cadence of walk to the mailbox, the spontaneous sway to a beloved old song in the kitchen. It's a connection to the physical world that says, I am still here. I am still moving. I am still part of the dance. This rhythm isn't driven by obligation, but by a quiet desire to engage with life, one step at a time. The second sign is the courage to connect. As we age, our social circles can naturally contract, but a flourishing life is marked by the active, sometimes brave choice to reach out. It's the phone call you make just to say, I was thinking of you. It's the vulnerability of asking a neighbor for a small favor or offering one. It's the deep listening you offer a grandchild. This isn't about being a social butterfly. It's about tending to the roots of a few meaningful relationships, knowing that this connection is the very thing that nourishes our spirit. Third is the unmistakable spark of a curious mind. The world doesn't stop being interesting just because we've seen more of it. A soul destined to flourish never loses its capacity for wonder. It's the desire to understand how that new app on your phone works, to read about a place you'll never visit, to ask why, and genuinely want to know the answer. This spark keeps the mind supple and the world endlessly new. It's the refusal to believe you've learned all there is to know. The fourth telltale sign is the ritual of nourishment. As we move past the hectic years of feeding a family, food can become a simple chore. But those who thrive transform it into a ritual. It's the act of mindfully choosing fresh ingredients, of savoring the aroma of brewing coffee, of setting a place for yourself, even when you're eating alone. It is a daily practice of honoring your body and finding pleasure in the simple act of being cared for by yourself. Fifth, we find the grace of a forgiving memory. This is a subtle but powerful one. It's the ability to look back on your life with all its mistakes and detours and not be anchored by regret. It's about making peace with the person you were and the choices you made. A flourishing spirit doesn't erase the past, it integrates it. It learns to hold its own story with compassion, understanding that every chapter was necessary to arrive at the person you are today. The sixth telltale sign is the practice of finding awe. Awe is the opposite of taking things for granted. It's the breathtaking color of a sunset. It's the intricate design of a leaf. It's the sound of a symphony or the laughter of a child in the distance. People who flourish actively cultivate this. They pause. They look up. They allow themselves to be humbled and amazed by the beauty that persists in the world, finding a sense of connection to something larger than themselves. And finally, the seventh sign, the quiet ownership of tomorrow. This isn't about grand 5-year plans. It's simpler. It's the act of looking forward to something, no matter how small. The book you plan to start tomorrow, the friend you'll call next week, the seeds you'll plant in the spring. It is a gentle, forward-leaning posture of the heart, a belief that there are still joys to be had, moments to be cherished, and a new day worth waking up for. These 7 signs are not a checklist to be judged against. They are invitations. They are rhythms of the soul that we can choose to cultivate day by day. They remind us that aging is not a process of fading away, but can be a journey of becoming more fully ourselves. The lines in the mirror are not an ending, they are proof of a life richly lived and a canvas for the masterpiece yet to come. I would be honored to hear your wisdom. Which of these rhythms do you feel in your own life? Is there an 8th sign you would add to the list? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can learn from each other's journeys. And if this conversation resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more reflections on this beautiful, complex chapter of life.